Hi, I'm Rick Nunn.
I'm Sped.
I'm Jim Pollock.
My name's Ben Grubb.
I'm Igor.
I'm Rosie Rocket.
I'm Graham Cooling.
I'm Ben.
I'm Sophie Harrison-Jones.
I'm Matt. That's Trav.
This is Damon Bradley.
I'm Greg.
I'm Chris Valeries.
I'm Dan Blundell.
I'm Adam Havre.
I'm Jack Bradley.
I'm Elvinas.
I'm Ben.
My name's Lexi FJ.
This is Mark Cooper.
I'm Sean Savage.
And this is 7 Days. Hey guys, Rick Nunn here. In my last video I suggested that we did some sort of collaborative photo project, 7 Days of Self. I honestly expected about 5 people to sign up to this, but when 30 people signed up, that was absolutely awesome. So thanks so much to everyone who got involved in it. This is my take on the brief. It's been a lot of work this week, but that's what these projects are about, and I think, you know, I've pushed myself, I've tried to think it through a little bit more. I'll talk about that afterwards. This is my 7 Days of Self. Hey guys, it's day 1 of 7 Days of Self. Normally I'll wait for the streetlights to come on as a good sign that the light levels are about right to shoot. You can just see there, that out of focus blob is a streetlight. This is my first shoot with my Canon 5D Mark IV, which is quite exciting. One thing that I'm most looking forward to using on this is the Wi-Fi for shooting. That's going to make this project especially pretty good. It's really wet. That's alright, I don't mind it. I can handle the wet. I tell you something, Wi-Fi shooting on the 5D is amazing. That's what we look like right now. That is a live view. You can't really tell because it looks like daytime still, but it's actually nighttime. I'm pretty happy with how these have come out. There's some good stuff in there. Let me talk you through the setup real quick. Okay, so 5D Mark IV, and then 5 paces away from that camera, I was stood, and directly behind me was this 600 with a red gel lighting up the background. Up here, gridded, another 600. And then kind of wide out to the side I had my primary light. Okay, so how's this for some vlogception for you? I've actually got my camera behind me, which you can see just here, and I'm taking pictures while vlogging about taking pictures about vlogging. Let me walk you through my setup. So I've got my 5D Mark IV over here, and then above me got my Westcott Rapid Box Duo, and I've flagged that off. Also for this shot, I've actually used tin foil and I've crumpled it up and put it over a reflector. If you've never pointed a flash at some crumpled tin foil, go and do it. You get these really meaty blobs of bokeh that's satisfying. I've got a Canon 600 just here with an orange gel on it that's hitting that reflector. I've not put a grid or anything on it, so actually the light's spilling out all over and it was putting a little bit of light on the camera, a little bit of light on me. What a treat. It's day 3. I'm in my mother-in-law's garden because I was just doing a sort of a low-key shot. So I've got my 5D Mark IV, 50mm lens, triggering the flashes. I've just set up 2 groups. My key light is actually a beauty dish that I've boomed up above me, and then either side of me today, I've gone a little bit old school with the original Westcott Apollos. So I've got 2 of those either side. Because I was feeling impatient, it's still quite light, so I am having to use hypersync to get, you know, that kind of low-key image. I'm shooting at 0.02 of a second because I wanted to shoot wide open. I still wanted to get, you know, an out-of-focus background. That is day 3 shot. Time to edit. Hey guys, it is day 4. I've trekked out to the woods with this guy, Matt Robinson, awesome friend. You know, he likes to come along, he likes to hang out. I have got down here my 5D Mark IV. Let's get close up to that. That is pointing across, wow, someone just got shot. That's pointing across this awesome tree trunk that's covered in moss. I've got a key light just here, Westcott Rapid Box, and then behind I've got 2 bare 600s. One over here that's pointing back towards where I was sitting, and one pointing into the background, just adding a little bit more green. Done. 7 Days of Self, day 5. Let me show you my setup real quick. Behind me is my 5D Mark IV. Above me is my Westcott Rapid Box Duo. To my right hand side, just here, a 600EX and my iPad, which I've balanced precariously on some door handles. And then I've got a wife behind me. And then in that corner is a 600EX RT, and I have put a lot of blue gels on it. I mean like 5, and an orange gel on the light above me. Blue washes out very easily. Alright, let's get this shit edited. It's day 6 and this is the fastest setup video ever. 5D Mark IV, key light and a Westcott Rapid Box Duo, rim light, gelled purple. 7 days of self, day 7 done. That's the last photo taken, set up. This looks a little bit complicated, don't worry. 5D Mark IV, a prism balanced on a light stand, and then a snooted 600. I say snooted, it's Roscoe foil that's wrapped around a 600. And then I've got a 50% grey backdrop, just because it's very easy to shoot onto a 50% grey backdrop and it takes colour well. And then I've got a 600EX either side with a violet gel on. Another one just there. Worked really well. Shout out to Chris for helping me set this up. Project done. Whoop! It's probably worth pointing out that that last shot, it's not an effect, that was done in camera by shooting through a prism. So here we are at the end of the project. So obviously I wasn't content just having 7 days of self as the brief. I wanted to make it a little bit tricky for myself, and I was thinking a little bit about how I could achieve that, how I could make it a little bit more structured. And I kind of started thinking about light and chromatic aberration and distortion, and that got me on to thinking about prisms and the full color spectrum, and how light is kind of what we are chasing as photographers, what we're trying to control and what we're trying to capture. That felt really interesting to me, and I started thinking about how emotions and words start to relate to the colors that you get in the spectrum. And that helped me kind of give it a little bit of direction, but also I thought the forced introduction of those colours would help push me out of my comfort zone a little bit and create images that I wouldn't normally do. So I ended up using anger, confidence, energy, environment, loyalty, tradition and ambition, and that really shaped quite an interesting set of images for me. It just made it a little bit more challenging, and I produced some images that definitely wouldn't have done otherwise. That was my approach, that was my extra layer that I put onto it. It's been absolutely awesome to see so many people contributing to this project. I think there's over 200 images on the hashtag now, which is mind-blowing. It's been amazing to see all the variety, different people's approaches to it. So there's been some really interesting symmetry as well, and ideas from people that have, you know, like, oh, I was going to do exactly that, or I was going to do the same thing. So, you know, maybe we're all not so different.
I really like the different use of technology as well. Like, it really surprised me when someone, I think Jack used a scanner for one of them. I was like,
that's great.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then the project's now been completed entirely on instant film as well,
yeah,
which is great. Really nice, really interesting. Some people who started with maybe quite standard portraits ended up getting really into it with some like quite cool effects and things. Some really interesting portraits.
I feel like you raise the bar at the end of every day. I don't know about everyone else, but I would check the hashtag just before going to sleep and being like, right, this is how much the bar has been raised today.
Yeah.
Like, tomorrow I need to make it even more.
It's like, it's not a competition, but you feel like you want to keep up with people and you want to push
Yeah.
yourselves. That helps you improve your photography. That's what we're trying to do here. There have also been some very wise words that have been dropped by some people.
People got deep.
Yeah, some rare insights to people's lives, which have been very, very interesting. And some mixed media stuff with some video in as well, which has been very cool to see, like new takes on older ideas. Being original is very hard, but an original take on an existing idea is much more approachable.
Well, you'd think that, but I did similar with things I've done with you before, and doing it on your own is actually much harder. Not just remembering not to point the remote directly at the camera so you don't see the remote.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
You even did one of your images on your iPhone as well.
Yeah.
It just shows you don't need a fancy camera to do something like this, to still create stunning images or improve your techniques and add variety to your Instagram feed. I wish I could give a shout out to absolutely everyone who got involved, but honestly, just really thank you for doing it. This project, this hashtag, it doesn't belong to me, it doesn't belong to anyone. It's there, and if you want to do this project, it doesn't have to be now, it doesn't have to be at a certain time, just do it. Use the hashtag if you like, you know, if it's still 2018.
Yeah, I would like to see it.
Make your own hashtag. Drop us a link to it. If you do a project, tell us.
Yeah, I want to play.
We want to see it. We might join in.
Yeah, I'll join in.
I'd also absolutely love to hear what you thought about the project, what you liked about it. If you do another one with us at some point, maybe in the summer when the weather's, you know, more like this every single day.
It'd be so much easier if it was.
Yeah, not having to fight with the rain would be nice.
As someone that doesn't use external flashes or strobist lights, is that the right terminology?
Sure.
Winning. I really relied on the natural daylight to be at its best, and I think it was about 3 days in a row, it was just rain and grey,
Yeah.
which really limited me. I had to whack that ISO right up.
If you like this video and project,
Give it a thumbs up,
and if you've got the time, why not?
comment below.
That's great. And also, finally, subscribe to the channel.
What are you doing? Stop messing about and
Stop
click the
messing
subscribe button.
We'll see you in the next one. Stay gold.